Welcome back to Scoreline. I'm Robinson Okeny. In this part of the show, I want us to shift gears, get into some English Premier League action. Remember, the Manchester Derby will be taking place at 30 minutes, rather 1 hour from now. But before we do so, I want us to cross over to Tinderet, and Michael Selelo and Joana Chepngetich are the 2026 winners of the Tinderet Barngetuny Mountain Run that took place today. And we now join Davis Mberia to give us more updates on what transpired in the morning.
Well, a very good afternoon, Robinson. Yes, we are in Tinderet constituency, Nandi County, and it is all about the 2026 Tinderet Barngetuny Mountain Run just ended some few minutes ago. Remember, this year's race actually featured the under-20 who are actually tackling the tougher terrain of 8 kilometers. But of course, the main focus was on the elite, of course, category that featured the 21 kilometers, both men and women's. And of course, after tackling that, of course, terrain, we witnessed in the women's, of course, race, Joana Chepngetich defending her title in 1 hour, 32 minutes and 28 seconds. Damaris, of course, Chepkemoi came in the second position, clocking 1 hour, 35 minutes and 05 seconds, while Caroline Kimutai actually got in the third position, clocking 1 hour, 35 minutes and 47 seconds. After the race, of course, we spoke to the two, of course, athletes, that is Joana Chepngetich, who is the champion in the women's 21 kilometers race, and in the second position, Damaris Chepkemoi, and of course, they are sisters-in-law. Listen.
Very well put. Kosa haikuwa mzuri vile,
lakini nimeng'ang'ana. It was a tactical race. Kwanza nilikuwa nasikia mwili haitapiki vizuri, so nikasema wacha nikae, sitakuwa mbali sana, lakini nitakuwa karibu tu hapo. Vile mwili ilianza kureact, ndio nikaanza.
Ya leo haikuwa rahisi. Ni Mungu tu amenisaidia. Sikuwa natarajia kuwin, nilikuwa ambition tu. Ila tu namshukuru Mungu na my training and talent, even my husband. Na washukuru wote. Nimefeel vizuri, kukimbia na maino, ila tu namshukuru Mungu.
In the elite, of course, 21 kilometers men race, Michael Selelo is the champion. Selelo clocked 1 hour, of course, 19 minutes and 07 seconds. Followed closely by Frederick Domongole, who clocked 1 hour, 20 minutes and 02 seconds, while Paul Machoka came in the third position after clocking 1 hour, 20 minutes and 10 seconds. Listen to what they said, of course, after tackling the tough terrain of Barngetuny.
Kwa mbio za leo sikuwa natarajia kushinda, bali nilijikuta niliweza kuwa mshindi na nimefurahia kabisa. Hali ya hewa ilikuwa sawa, mbio ilikuwa sawa, haikuwa na changamoto yoyote. Kwa mwaka uliopita mbio ilikuwa kilomita 14, lakini ya leo ilikuwa ndefu, ndio maana niliweza hii ilikuwa ndefu, hii ilikuwa rahisi kama mwaka uliopita. I want to say it's a really enjoyable here for the nature, for tourism. It's a good place for running for mountain. I hope for the future you will be participating for the world championship for mountain here. It's good to be part of this area, to be in the world, because of a very beautiful place.
Ya kwanza kwa leo, ingawa si rahisi vile, nimekuwa na mileage kidogo, si mbaya, so ndio nikamanage kwa position 2. Maandalizi yangu ilianza last year December, so nikaona wamesongesha mpaka hii tarehe 17, nikaona si mbaya. Nilikuwa nimeenda Abu Dhabi huko, so sikupata maandalizi sana, nikaenda nyumbani, so nikajipanga kwa nyumbani kidogo kidogo, so mpaka nimefika.
I want to say it's a really enjoyable here for the nature, for tourism. It's a good place for running for mountain. I hope for the future you will be participating for the world championship for mountain here. It's good to be part of this area, to be in the world, because of a very beautiful place.
The race, of course, is being used to prepare Team Kenya ahead of the World Mountain Run World Cup that will be held in South Africa come 2027. But of course, this event was attended by leaders led by Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi and Athletics Kenya President Jack Tuwei. The Tinderet Barngetuny Mountain Run is a culmination of the Magical Kenya Trail Series that kicked off on Thursday, featuring cyclists, hikers, and the 4x4 adventure. And on top of it, it was the Taptengele Festival that was held on Friday. Remember, this is just one of the efforts that the Kenya Tourism Board, led by Joana Chepngetich, are using to showcase, of course, some of the tourist attraction and market the country to local and international tourists. From Tinderet constituency, Nandi County, I hand over to you, Robinson Okenye, in studio.
Thank you very much, Davison Beria in Tinderet. I'm not sure if he knows what Taptengele means, but let's shift gears. We get